Tonight's game is proudly sponsored by Titchener and Satterley, attorneys at law, Taylorsville, Kentucky.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Spencer County High School for more basketball action tonight. I am Bo Bruner alongside John Hutchins. John, got South Oldham coming in here tonight from the 29th District.
Yeah, Dragons making their way down here to Taylorsville tonight, take on Spencer County. Should be a great game, Bo.
South Oldham on the year, 9-10. Spencer County at 13-8 coming into this ball game tonight. South Oldham is coached by what, John, I'd like to call the Dean of 8th Region coaches in Steve Simpson. He's in his 22nd year, longest tenured coach in the 8th Region. Recently picked up his 400th career win over the Christmas break. But, John, last year was a rare losing season in Crestwood, first one since the 2014-15 season. And it's something you don't see a lot out of South Oldham and Steve Smith-led team. First time also since 2015 that they missed the 8th Region tournament.
Yeah, it's odd to see them down, and it's really kind of odd to see them down a little bit again this year as well. I mean, you already mentioned 9-10 on the season. They are 4-3 in the region, which kind of helps them out a little bit with that, but still struggling a little bit. Got a decent outside game, inside game, rebounds is hurting them a little.
Having that losing season last year, John, they've never had back-to-back losing seasons under Coach Simpson in his 22 years. The Dragons will have 4 returning starters on the floor tonight. But, John, they'll play as many as 12 people. I watched the Oldham County game. I actually finished it this morning. A game Oldham County defeated Spencer County by like 40. And South held with them pretty close. Oldham stretched it out to 10 late into the fourth quarter, but ended up winning, I think, by 4 or 5. But this South team is capable if that long-range shot, like you talked about, gets going. They picked up a win last night, 96-48 at Carroll County, doubling up Carroll County. They had 7 players, John, scored 9 points or more in that game. Yeah. And leading the way for this Dragons team will be Lindsey Wilson signee Cole Davis, averaging 15.1 points a game, who's actually just now getting back in the swing of things after an injury kept him out of 9 games. Yep. This is only his 4th game back.
Yeah, that's phenomenal statistics, too. I was looking at that to where he's missed so many games this season due to that injury. Already has 136 points, which comparatively speaking for already missing a lot of those games, excellent shooting. And like you already mentioned, 15.1 points per game. What more could you ask from a guy that you only really had half the season?
Also up there in scoring for the Dragons is 6'6", and that, John, they got him listed as a guard, and that's where he'll play a lot on the outside, is Ben Mickle, 6'6" guard, averaging 14.9 points, 5.1 rebounds a game. He's a Taylor University signee and also a 4-year starter here for South Oldham. Yeah,
the senior, number 34, excellent player. You already mentioned his size that he has to where he can go inside, leads the team in rebounds with 93 rebounds. You already mentioned 4.9. But also with his shooting on the outside, inside, wherever. 281 points already scored, 14.8 points per game. You can figure a lot of this offense is going to rotate through Mickle. And a lot of what you're going to see and a lot of the movement that they're going to have, we mentioned the outside game. In order to have an outside game, you're moving the ball, or otherwise your outside shooters aren't going to be open. So it's going to be a lot of dribble drive type stuff, be able to kick out, and Ben Mickle is going to be just a pivotal player when it comes to their offense.
Christian Veers also averages 10.7 points a game, and also a couple guys you got to watch for, John. Julian Miles and Alex King will also play big minutes for this Dragon squad.
You mentioned Kristen Veers. I can just step in just real quick. Sophomore number 1. One of the greatest statistics I think I've seen so far this year from one single player, 46.7% from the three-point line. You don't see numbers like that from anybody out there in the three-point range. And so 46.7%, I would just want everybody to keep that in mind, be on the lookout for number 1 outside the arc.
Dragons are going to try to run with you, shoot a lot of threes. They'll play multiple defenses, try to turn you over. And they will try to speed you up through a combination of different full-court presses, half-court zone presses, man-to-man. They've been known to change defenses 3, 4, 5, 6 times down the floor, every time down the floor, to try to confuse the other team and turn them over. Coach Simpson's teams are known statewide to be high-scoring teams. They led the state in 2019, finished second in 2020 in team scoring, but that's dropped off just a little bit, John, these last 2 years.
Yeah.
South Oldham's made it to Rupp Arena 3 times, 2013, 2014, 2016 for the Sweet 16. And, John, on that 2013 coaching staff, there was a young, unknown assistant coach on that staff by the name of Jason Burns, who's now in his 9th season at Spencer County.
9th season at Spencer County and doing a phenomenal job with these boys. It's unreal to see what Jason Burns has been able to do with some of these young guys. We talk about the three-point shooting already for South Oldham, but you can't discount the three-point shooting and the overall effort put forth by the Spencer County Bears.
Spencer County 13-8 on the season, currently on a 3-game winning streak. John, they're led by a couple of sharp shooting sophomores in Luke Earhart, 21.6 points a game, and Camden Cox at 13 points a game, to go along with junior Jonathan Combs at 13.7 points per game. And Earhart and Cox are among the top 3-point shooters in the state, and Spencer County as a team is 4th in the state in made three-pointers.
Yeah.
And here's another little tidbit. They've hit 10 or more threes in 15 of their 21 games this season, including a season-high school record 19 against Eastside Virginia in the Smoky Mountain Classic down in Gatlinburg over Christmas.
Yeah, and you know what? You already mentioned Luke Earhart, Camden Cox. 2 great shooters, 2 guys that's going to be out on the floor for a majority of this game for Spencer County. And the best thing about all this, Luke Earhart, sophomore. Camden Cox, junior. We don't have a senior on this team. Everything that you're seeing from those two, from Jonathan Combs, from Bradley Coulter, from Bryce Rourke, everything you're seeing from these players, this is something we have the potential to see again next year and possibly even better.
Talk about Bryce Rourke. He's another one. His numbers don't really jump out and impress you as far as points per game. He's only averaging like 3 or 4 points a game.
Yeah.
But, John, it's 5, 6 assists, 5, 6, 7 rebounds every game, and usually doing this all while guarding other team's best player.
And, in a situation like that, I like to use like a football type of analogy. I love football, love the game of football. Of course, anybody who got to come out to games or got to watch any of the broadcasts last year knows Bryce Rourke plays football for the Bears. He's a wide receiver for him. But in a situation like this for basketball, I see Bryce Rourke like the center. He's snapping that ball. Without him, it's difficult for anything else to really happen on that court. He's so pivotal when it comes to the distribution of the basketball. He hustles after those rebounds, gains those extra possessions, gets into those passing lanes like we talked about before, is a pivotal player, and without him, it's hard to start the play.
One other player, and also in this starting lineup usually for Coach Burns, is number 32, the junior Bradley Coulter. 6'2" junior, averaging 3.7 points, 3.6 rebounds a game. But, John, I want to recognize him for something else. Just 2 nights ago, Bradley committed to Western Kentucky University to play baseball. And let me tell you something. The Hilltoppers picked him up a heck of a pitcher there.
Yeah, he is a phenomenal pitcher. We've been lucky enough with the opportunity that Bo and I have been given to be able to do these broadcasts, to make it to a lot of different sporting events and to see a lot of these kids and as they've grown and the athletes that they are, and to go out and watch and call baseball games, to see Bradley Coulter out there on the mound, just a cannon for an arm, great control, and you are right, the Hilltoppers got a good one.
Since the last game that we've done here at GHP-SPORTS, that last game for the boys was the 73-72 overtime upset victory over Collins back on January 21st. Mm-hmm. And, John, what a game that was. We saw 2 stars.
We did.
In the state of Kentucky go at it that game.
Did.
And sophomore Luke Earhart had 37 points for Spencer County, and junior Kenyon Gooden, who I think, to me, is the favorite for Mr. Football next year.
Yes, definitely.
Had 41 points for Collins. Spencer County trailed that game by 6 with 30 seconds left. Cam Cox hit a 25-footer to cut it to 3. Collins goes down and hits a free throw to increase the lead to 4, and then with 13 seconds left, Cox hit a step-back 3 and got fouled.
And was fouled, yep.
Went to the line, calmly sunk that free throw, sent the game into overtime. Spencer County wins by 1.
Yeah, phenomenal game, and I tell you what, that was one of those. I went home that night, and I think I took at least 1, if not 2 extra blood pressure pills. I mean, it was a barn burner in here. Great time to be in here, too. I mean, that was also one of those games where we had the boys and girls both, to where we had the girls leading up to the boys' game. Just great to see, the environment that was going on in the gym, just how much energy that was in here, and for our boys to battle back the way they did and take down, and when I mean that when I say that, take down a very good, talented Collins Titans team.
Woodford County is actually right now ranked highest in the 8th region. Also the 10th ranked team in the state. I think it came out today in the AP poll. Collins actually took Woodford County down this past week. So
that'll be flip-flopping, at least a little bit. It'll be flip-flopping in the region. I don't know about the state. But
this Friday, Spencer County boys were supposed to play Valley, but the Anderson County game got called because of weather last week.
Yep.
So they rescheduled the Anderson County game for that. John,
at Acadia
Spencer
Counseling,
County wins that
we offer
game. Spencer, Collins, and Woodford, all 3 finishing the district this year with 3-1 records.
Yep.
The 1 seed will go to the highest RPI, which will probably end up being Woodford County, but you never know. That RPI total is not taken until the last week of the season.
Well, it's not taken, and you already mentioned Collins being able to knock them off. I mean, Collins has had some losses that's hurt them a little bit for that RPI, but like you said, there's a lot of basketball left to be played, and that game tonight that Collins is playing against Oldham County is going to be huge and be a big part of that RPI.
It sure will. And Collins has got a really tough schedule. They play St. X, they play Trinity, and Oldham County tonight. They've got another hard game or 2 also on their schedule. That night also, Camden Cox had 18 points, 5 rebounds. Jonathan Combs had 14.6 rebounds. And I want to add Bryce Rourke in there. 3 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. I mean, he's just a stat book stuffer.
Yeah, he is. And again, you can't start a play in football without snapping the ball first, and you got to have somebody there to do it. Bryce Rourke's that guy out here on this basketball court. He is that guy that's going to get things moved around, is going to take care of distributing that basketball, going to get down there, get those rebounds, and, he scores from time to time. But, just like the rest of these Bears, just hustles 100% all the time as hard as he can go.
That game was on the 21st. On the next night, Spencer County traveled to Henry County to take on Grant County and came away with a 68-60 victory. Earhart led the way again for the Bears with 29 points, 8 rebounds. Cam Cox had 17 points, and Rourke added 4 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists in that game.
Yeah.
This past Tuesday night, the Bears went to Springfield to take on Washington County. We were actually here for the girls' game that night.
Yep.
Tried to keep everybody updated. Spencer County beat the Generals 62-36. Earhart led 4 Bears in double figures with 16. Freshman Jack Armstrong was huge off the bench with 12, and 7 different Bears had at least 4 rebounds in that game, where they had a season-high 35 boards as a team.
And that's what you're going to see when you look at Spencer County statistics overall. I know we've mentioned it with the girls. I know we've mentioned it with the boys. Is show me the star. Show me the one guy that beats everybody. Show me the one guy that scores all the points. Show me the one guy that gets all the rebounds. You can't do it. I mean, you have these guys that might maybe excel in this game or whatever, but there's talent so evenly spread across the Spencer County offense that it's hard for anybody to really defend. I mean, who are you going to pick up? Because you pick up somebody else. We were here the other night. You mentioned Jack Armstrong. Jack was on the floor just getting some minutes to give somebody a break. Passed him out to the wing, off to the wing, hit a three-pointer. You just can't plan for those kind of things if you're playing Spencer County. And so it's you don't have that Kenyon Gooden that we mentioned with Collins. You don't have that star that's the one person you got to shut down. You got to shut down the team or you're going to be in trouble.
Little Spencer County South Oldham history. They've played 24 times since February 16th, 2001. The Dragons lead the series 19-5 in those 24 games. Spencer County, though, has won 3 of the last 4. including a 66-51 victory on March 4th of last year. If you remember, the season ran late last year because of COVID. We didn't even get started until January.
Yeah.
Usually by March 4th, we're talking about the state tournament, and they're not even done with the season last year at that time. As the game, Spencer County was led by Jake Whitlock with 26 points, and Sam Conley had 24 points, 9 rebounds. The only returning Bear to score in that game was Bryce Rourke. He had 4 points and 4 rebounds. South Oldham was led in that game by Ben Mickle, who will be one that Spencer County will have to keep an eye on tonight.
Yes, sir.
Mickle had 9 points, 6 rebounds in that game. Coach Simpson is 19-5 in his career against Spencer County. Coach Burns is 4-6 versus South Oldham. All 10 of those games were against his mentor, Coach Steve Simpson.
Yep. This is going to be an interesting game tonight. I'm excited. I'm ready for it. You know, I kind of hated the fact we had the whole weather situation last week and we wasn't able to get that last game in, but excited to be down here, and it should be a really good matchup. I think the biggest thing I want to watch for in this game, of course, we mentioned the outside shooting ability of South Oldham as a team, hitting 34.1% from three-point, but on the flip side of the same coin, Spencer County's hitting 34.5%, so they're doing that much better. Still have to kind of keep an eye on the free throw situation, foul situation. Spencer County's definitely picked it up a little bit. Numbers are still a little bit low, but I tell you, I think where we really have them, where we have an advantage over this team is on the glass. And Spencer County needs to do a great job crashing those boards, pulling those rebounds off the glass, you know, keeping them from getting those extra possessions, gaining those extra possessions for ourselves. Because as a team, South Oldham, 462 rebounds as a team so far on the year, but Spencer County's at 563, so 101 more rebounds for Spencer County. It's that hustle, that extra effort that Spencer County has the ability to do that we need to see tonight to make sure we limit their possessions.
26.8 rebounds a game for Spencer County this year, 24.3 for the Dragons. So as we get ready to go to our public address announcer tonight for our national anthem and our starting lineups.
And now, for your
Normal starting five for Coach Burns and the Bears of Luke Earhart, Bryce Rourke, Camden Cox, Jonathan Combs, and Bradley Coulter. For the Dragons of South Oldham, you have number 0, Cole Davis, number 1, Christian Veers, number 5, Alex King, number 24, Joe Downs, and number 34, Ben Mickle. And John, we're underway. Tap controlled by the Dragons. Davis crosses the timeline. Bears opened up man-to-man defense, John.
Yeah, might have surprised Coach Simpson right there with that a little bit. Like you usually typically see that 2-3 zone.
Rourke goes to Cox, about a 25-footer. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Combs. Brings it down, gets it smacked away by Davis. Dragons coming back the other way. Long three-point shot up and good by Joe Downs. Here's the 1-2-2 half-court, full-court press.
Just got away from him there a little bit.
That caused Oldham County some issues early in the game that I was watching yesterday, John. And when Oldham figured it out, South had to back out of it.
Yeah. It's just a lot of quick movement. You really got to be sharp on your passes. You really got to look for open areas of the floor to get to try to be able to make those passes easier.
Try to go down low to Mickle. That's tapped out of bounds by Combs. It will remain with the Dragons. King tricking the ball in for South. He's up top to Mickle. Davis double teamed up top. Mickle at the free throw line. Top of the key three by Davis is no good. Rebounded by Earhart. Cox, another long three. That's no good. Rebounded again by Combs. Goes back up. He's going to pick up a foul. Foul's on Joe Downs. That's his first and the team's first. Combs makes the first one. .75% at the line this year for Jonathan. Misses the second. Bears in a little 2-2-1 half court. King fires up a three. That's no good. Rebounded by Downs. Davis back up top. It's one thing this team will do, John, South. They'll shoot a lot of threes. Davis goes in. He's going to draw a foul on Combs and get the shot to go. Davis misses the free throw, rebounded by Downs. South get another crack at it. 5:47 left to go in the first. Dragons lead 5-1. Bears now back into the 2-3 zone, but going way out on the floor. That ball's stolen away by Rourke.
Great job,
Rourke
great
pushes the ball up to Cox. Gets it to Calder on the wing, drives into the basket. Skip pass over to Earhart. Gets to the elbow. Jump shot's no good. Rebounded by the Dragons. One and done for Spencer County. Mickle gets into the lane. Shots up, no good. Rebounded by Combs. That ball is stolen away by Davis. Gets it to King. Layup is up and in. 7-1. Dragons lead early.
Got to protect that basketball so far. We're having a hard time getting anything good going offensively. We can't waste these possessions.
Another steal by South. Davis gets the ball to Veers. That's in. Coach Burns wants a timeout, John. I don't blame him. 9-1 at 3.5 minutes into this game.
30-second timeout call there for Coach Burns. It's just, what a rough start. I mean, between them trying to press the way they did, us having difficulty with that. But really, I mean, you're seeing South Oldham give Spencer County a taste of their own medicine. Spencer County likes to get into those passing lanes, like to create these deflections, these little 50-50 ball type things, try to get a hold of them. And South Oldham's doing the exact same thing to them, and Spencer County doesn't seem to have an answer.
Spencer County girls playing at Bardstown tonight. We've got that going up here too, so we'll try to give you updates as we go along. Lady Bears tried to avenge a loss from earlier this year at the Queen of the Commonwealth tournament over at Bullitt East. Kellen Marksbury's checked in for the Bears. Earhart, wing three, it's good. Beers crosses the timeline, guarded by Marksbury. Tries to use a little chicken wing there to push off Kellen, but loses the ball out of bounds. Be Spencer County ball.
Spencer County trying to trap a little bit, do a little bit of pressing. I really wanted to see them try to get two guys on him as soon as he crossed that timeline. Try to make something happen there, get a steal.
Earhart tries to go over top. Stolen back away. Earhart, wing three.
He fouled.
Go to the line for three. And we'll take that all day long, John, but I do not like waiting to see if the shot goes in before you call the foul. That's what that seemed like to me.
Yeah, that's going to be number 2 on Joe Downs already in this game. We have 4 minutes left in the first quarter, and he's going to have to take a little bit of rest.
Cox, fadeaway three from the corner. No good, rebounded by Davis. South off and running. Spencer County gets back. Now Davis gets into the lane. It's too easy, John.
Yeah, it is. Got to stop the ball.
Combs, he'll take the wing three. That's rolls in.
Nice little home court bounce right there.
Hits off the back iron and goes in. 11-7. South still leads. 3:30 left to go in the first. Davis drives the baseline. Goes out to Mickle for a long three. That's no good. Ball tapped by Spencer County. Going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay down here with South Oldham.
Yeah, Coach Burns not too happy with that call.
Drew Barron checking in for the Bears. Gives Bradley Calder a break. Davis dribbles between the circles, guarded by Barron. Mickle take another three. That's no good. Good block out by Kellen Marksbury. I'm going to butcher this, John. Murphy Coulvion.
I don't mean to laugh.
No, and I am truly sorry. We usually get some pronunciations before the game. Didn't get that tonight.
No, we didn't get that one.
Combs drives the baseline. Nothing there. Tries to go back out to Marksbury. Turns the ball over. Stolen by South. Davis crosses the timeline. Guarded by Rourke. Tries to get into the lane. Gonna get a foul called on Bryce Rourke. That's his first and the team's second. Joseph Blanzett checks into the game, along with Julian Miles for South Oldham. John, that's one we'll have to watch. He can shoot.
Yeah.
Go down low to Davis. Beats Marksbury back door, gets the layup, 13-7. Dragons lead by 6. Stolen again. Miles goes in for the layup, 15-7. Express is really causing them problems.
Yeah, and until they figure it out, this is what we're going to see for 4 quarters.
Rourke goes to Earhart. Gets to the elbow. Nice pass down low to Blanzett. Will get fouled on the floor.
I believe that's on number 20 again, Bo, if you want to take another stab at it.
Murphy.
Murphy.
That's his second, team's fourth. Nice fake by Earhart. Puts the shot up for 3. It's good.
Spencer County needed to see that ball go through the basket right there, Bo.
2 threes by Luke Earhart. Veers puts up the 3. That's no good. Cole Davis had a hand on it. Knocks it out of bounds. Spencer County ball. 1:43 left to go in the first. 15-10. Bears trail by 5. And South drops back into a 2-3. Rourke to the elbow. Go down low to Blanzett. Goes up with a jump hook with the right hand. Is good.
Nice look in there. Nice move inside by Blanzett to get that shot off.
We're not getting back, John.
No. I just as soon as I'm sitting here saying good job on the one end, they're not stopping the ball on the other.
Earhart to Rourke. Has it between the circles. Goes to Barron on the left side. Skip pass. To Armstrong, corner 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Blanzett. That's up no good. Gets his own rebound. Loses it. Picked up by South. Davis comes back the other way. Nice defense there by Rourke. Armstrong with the rebound. Takes it back for the Bears. Now we're going to get a frustration foul on Cole Davis there.
It'll be his first, but that'll be the team 5th right there.
15 foul already on South. 40 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Earhart comes into the backcourt to take it. Armstrong back to Earhart. Top of the key 3. It's good. 3 of 3 from three-point land for Luke Earhart. Brings the Bears back to within 2. 3-pointer up by South. That's no good. Rebounded by Earhart. 15 seconds to go. Bears push the ball up the floor. Gets it to Barron. Shot's blocked. Now Davis comes back the other way for South Oldham. Fakes the 3. Gives it up to Veers. Swing the ball around to Churro. And that ball is no good. And that's it for the first quarter. Your score, South Oldham 17, Spencer County 15. We'll be back in a minute on GHP Sports.
Mooney Eye Care Center, a medical optometry practice, has 2 convenient locations in Elk Creek and Mount Washington. Doctors Mooney, McGiffin, and Hargis provide the highest level of eye care for pediatrics, contact lens and glasses exams, neuro-optometric therapies, and so much more. Mooney Eye Care Center, complete care for the entire family.
Back here at Spencer County High School, see some replays from the first quarter, John. 17-15, South jumped out quick. 7-1 lead early on, 9-1. And Coach Burns called that timeout. Spencer County closed to within 2 now, 17-15. Get ready to start the second quarter. Luke Earhart, huge there in the first, 3 of 3 from three-point land.
Luke Earhart really I mean, not single-handedly, but close to it, keeping the Bears in this game right now. Having trouble with possession. Really, honestly, Bo, I'm seeing a lot out of South Oldham that I thought I would see out of Spencer County tonight. They're really trying to drive the lane, work the inside, try to get those shots off on the inside. We have some advantages on the inside, and we're throwing the ball around outside, making some poor passes. I really think we need to settle down, try to run our offense. If we can kick the ball out to get that three-pointer, great, but we still need to work inside out.
Rourke. Left side to Armstrong. Hands back off to Rourke. Top of the key. Gets it to Cox. Cox goes off the pick. Bears holding on to it. Blands it, now top of the key. Gets the ball to Cox. He loses it to Turo. Turo gets the ball up to Beers. Tries to drive the right baseline. Coulter knocks that ball out of bounds. It'll stay with South Oldham. Top of the key, three by Holbrook is no good. Ball batted around, rebounded by Veers. South will reset. Holbrook back to Veers. Turo across the top, little weave going for the Dragons. That's Miles, air ball. Rourke gets it, fires down court to Blansit, saves it back into Cox. Bears swing the ball around. Rourke goes down low to Blansit, shots up, that's blocked. Back out to Cox, top of the key. Now Cox, about a 25-footer from the wing, that's no good. Rebounded by South. A lot of shooting, not a lot of scoring.
Yeah,
it's here.
Great ball movement at that time, you know. Actually doing a good job getting rid of it quick, not making some of these dumb passes that they made earlier in the first quarter.
Back to the weave up top. Here's baseline is Miles. Goes back up top. Good ball movement.
Great
by
defense.
The Dragons.
Great defense.
We're going to get a foul called on Bradley Coulter. It's his first, team's third.
South Oldham trying to use that weave bow to work some mismatches if they can find something. Get somebody off somebody, you know, that it's just not going to be a good defensive effort anyway for Spencer County in that. But Spencer County doing a great job moving around, getting to the ball.
Ball is out of bounds, going to stay with the Dragons. Your score at the end of one over in Bardstown. Spencer County leads Bardstown 16-14. Lady Bears off to a good start. Flirting with that half-court line.
Yeah, they did. I thought he dribbled on it.
Miles in the corner, shots up, no good, rebounded by Combs. Cox pushes the ball across half court, gets it to Earhart. Long three, it's short. Ball tapped around, rebounded by Combs over in the corner. Back out to Cox. Still 17-15. Nobody scored first 3 minutes. Earhart drives the baseline. Can get a foul called on South. Fouls on Julian Miles. It's his first, team sixth.
Yeah, with just under 5 minutes left, next foul will have us shooting the rest of the way, Bo.
Earhart drives the baseline. 15-foot jumper's good. After a 9-1 start by South Oldham, Spencer County's clawed back to tie it up, 17 all. Turo in the corner. Tries to go to Mickle. Nice recovery there by Ben Mickle. Lay the ball in. 19-17. Dragons lead. Earhart gets away from Veers. Another long three. That's good.
Boy, he needed to see that one go in. He's struggled so far tonight.
Again, South back quick. That ball's blocked by Colder. Gets the ball out to Marksbury. Bears off and running. Kellen pushes it over to Earhart. Wing three. It's good. Timeout, Coach Simpson.
That's the kind of movement I'm talking about, Bo. That's the type of work I'm talking about right there. Quick passes. They're breaking this zone apart. You know, we've talked about it many times before. A lot of times you get a zone, you work that ball to the middle. You get that ball to the middle because the zone will collapse on itself, and you'll get these options on the outside. You'll get these options for anybody to drive lanes and do different things. And finally, seeing Spencer County move the ball in a way that's giving them these opportunities, it's great to see.
King to Turo. Back up top to King. Trying to go down low. That ball's picked off by Colder. Colder tries to get it to Earhart. Luke gets it back. Goes in for the layup. It's good. $16 points already for Luke Earhart. Ball stolen by Cox. Cox goes down, goes up over King. King blocks the shot. He's going to get the foul. It's his first, team 7th. Camden Cox will step to the line for the Bears. First one's good for Cam. 72% free throw shooter on the season. And he makes them both. 27-19. Bears stretch the lead now to 8. 3:05 left to go in the first half. King, Turo. Good hands there by Cox. Just tapped the ball out of bounds. He'll stick with South. This time stolen by Cox. Gets the ball to Colder. Bradley pushes it up the court. Gets it to Marksbury. Over the corner for three. It's no good. Rebounded by Cox. Back to Kellen. Goes down low. Good look at pass.
Look.
Down to Combs.
Kellen Marksbury, Jonathan Combs hooking up for the 2 points. Beautiful look down
Another
there,
timeout by Coach Simpson. Another 30.
This is one of those things that'll frustrate you when you're a coach, Bo. You know, we had the beginning of this game start out 9-1 run that South Oldham had, and Coach Burns sitting over here wondering what's going on, and then all of a sudden his team decides to show up. You know, that'll frustrate you when you don't always know when the team's going to show up. It can be difficult and, you know, make you chew that gum a little bit harder when you're over there on the sideline. So,
since that timeout with about 4 minutes into the first quarter, John, Spencer County's on a 28-10 run.
Yeah.
4:43 left in the first half over in Bardstown. Bailey Ennis back-to-back three-pointers. Spencer County leads 23-18. Good back tip by Marksbury.
Yeah, that
Stay
was
with South.
great hustle right there. It looked like there was a lot going to happen, and none of it looked very good. So to be able to get that tip, knock it out of bounds, set up the defense, great job, Kellen.
Nickel drives the lane. Really had a height advantage there on Kellen. Didn't take advantage. Blocked by Marksbury. Rebounded by Combs. Kellen gets the ball to Cox. Wing three, no good. Back iron, rebounded by South. Mickle fakes the three, drives into the lane, off the glass and in. You have to respect that outside shot, John.
You do.
He is such a good shooter, but when you blow by him like that, he's so tall. He's got the advantage when he gets inside.
It's one of those things you got to have that help when he goes inside.
Another three by Spencer County. This time Jonathan Combs from the corner. 32-21. Bears lead by 12. King fires a three. That's no good. Ball touched up in there, rebounded by Combs. We'll get a foul on Cole Davis.
That's going to be his second too, Bo.
Him and Combs got a little locked up a little bit there.
That puts 3 Dragons with 2 fouls. Minute 33 left in the first half.
Combs misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Nickel. Cross-court pass to Miles. Back up top to Veers. Spencer's played more man-to-man tonight, John, than I believe they have all year in any game.
I think it's doing them a lot of good, too, really.
That pressure.
Well, one thing you're going to get out of this Bears team is hustle. They are going to go 100 miles an hour this entire game if at all possible.
They're going to get their paws on the ball in some way.
You play in that man-to-man, the way they're trying to run this weed, the way they're trying to work this inside-out type of a game that they are to get these three-point shots, you've got to be able to have somebody on them.
Rourke had the shot from 15 feet, doesn't take it. Back to Cox. Bryce drives the left baseline, skip pass over to Earhart, corner three. No good. Rebounded by Combs. Combs gives it up to Rourke. That shot's blocked. Ball's on the floor, picked up by South. Mickle goes in for the layup. 32-23, 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Comes down to 15 seconds. No doubt playing for the last shot.
Yeah, there's no rush here.
There's the cross-court pass. Wide open, Luke Earhart. Didn't do that, John.
No. There's a lesson right there. Cost them 3 points.
Miles puts up the three at the buzzer. It's no good. Your score at halftime, Spencer County 35, South Oldham 23. We'll be right back with some halftime thoughts and stats here on GHP Sports.
Kelly Hubbock is a local real estate agent with RE/MAX Results who serves Spencer County and surrounding areas. She provides home buyers and sellers with professional, responsive, and attentive real estate services. Want an agent who will listen to what you want in a house? Need an agent who knows how to effectively market your home so it sells for top dollar? Well, give her a call at 502-551-8494 or stop in and see her at 19 East Main Street in downtown Taylorsville. She is a female, wife, and mother who understands and appreciates the difference between a house and a home. And she would be honored to earn your business.
Tonight's player of the game is sponsored by Brown Realty. Curious what your home is worth? Visit brownrealty.com. Brown Realty, serving Spencer County and beyond for nearly 20 years. Brown Realty, your local realtor.
Back here at Spencer County High Schools, you see your stats, and that is from another game. Spencer County, so far, there we go. Shooting 8 of 10 3-pointers, John. That's the difference 12 of 15. There's also 4 or 5 from inside the arc. 80% Spencer County.
80% from the floor. Unreal. Excellent shooting from a team that normally only shoots 40, mid-40s in Spencer County. Be shooting 80% from field goals and 80% from three-pointer. But, again, one thing we talk about a lot of times, turnovers, and 9 turnovers by the Dragons so far in this first half versus 3 to Spencer County. And you have a hard time if you're South Oldham keeping up in a game like this if you're just giving away possessions.
And it really, Spencer County really struggled with that press, that half-court trap that South was running, and they backed out of it. They
backed into that 2-3 zone and really have spent probably a majority of that first half in that 2-3 zone. They weren't long, and they were into that. And to be honest with you, we mentioned it during the game, the trouble Spencer County was having with that, if they continued to have that problem, I thoroughly expected to see that for the entire game. That was going to be how South Oldham was going to come out as a set defensive effort coming down the court, was they were going to do that press. And I'm beyond words. I don't know why they backed out of it, but, I'm also not the guy getting paid to call the plays for them over there either. So
Ben Mickle, guy we kind of talked about before the game, him and Cole Davis both, their leading scorers, 6 points apiece. Leading the way for South Oldham, Alex King has 5, Christian Veers with 4, and Julian Miles with 2, and that's the 23 points for South Oldham. For Spencer County, it's a Luke Earhart show again, John. It's 19 points in the first half. Cam Cox has 5, Jonathan Combs with 9, and Joseph Blanzett with 2 points for Spencer County.
I think the biggest thing I'm seeing from Spencer County, obviously you talk about Luke Earhart and his shooting ability and what he's been able to do from three-point, even when he's drove in a couple times. Somebody who's really impressed me tonight, Jonathan Combs. We talked earlier how, it doesn't necessarily show so much in some of these stats. We're looking at rebounds. You have 11 rebounds for both teams. Really throughout the year, South Oldham has kind of struggled with rebounding. Now, I noticed in the second half of the first half, if you want to call it that way, the second quarter, I guess would be the right way to say it, Spencer County did pick up their rebounding effort a little bit. A little stronger on the glass, but that's where I see Jonathan Combs having a huge impact on this game. Obviously he's already hit three-pointers. He's played on the inside, doing a great job shooting the ball, but the way he's just battling to get those rebounds, that in itself is going to be the determining factor of this game if we can continue to keep South Oldham off the glass.
5 rebounds for Combs already, John. That's right at his season average.
Yeah.
Already in the first half. And we've got Blanzett up here. It says 0 rebounds, but I know he got 2 or 3 himself there when he came in to spell Coulter there for a little bit.
Yeah, and obviously none of our stats are official. We'll say that right now, but they're pretty close. So, but
Earhart 5 of 7 himself from 3, 2 of and 7 of 9 overall for those 19 points. And Jonathan Combs 2 of 2 from 3 himself.
Yeah, phenomenal shooting effort from him. But that inside game, that's what we have to have out of him. That's where he's shining, and. Also, Bryce Rourke, the way he's been able to move the ball around. And I also don't want to discount Kellen Marksberry. Put in some quality minutes in that first half. And just like any other thing we ever watch Kellen play, whether it's football or basketball, I tell you what, that kid, he hustles like none other. I mean, he is going to go as hard as he possibly can, and he affected that game. Had the block, had, some takeaways.
Blocked the shot on Mickle.
Yeah.
Hey, him 6'6".
Yeah. And Kellen's 4'6", if that, he's taller than that. I give him a hard time on that. But still, Kellen to be able to get up and block that shot, to be in there and affecting the outcome of this game the way he is, just a great job. And that's what we've talked about when it comes to players coming off the bench for these Spencer County Bears is you're not losing a lot when you go to the bench. You're not losing anything major. You do have that hustle effort coming off the bench from Kellen Marksberry. You do have some of that height and shooting ability coming from Drew Barron, coming from, Jack Armstrong. You get some great minutes from these guys that are going to be effective for you and are going to matter.
We got some first half highlights believe we got some here, John.
Yeah, I think we do have some highlights here. There we are. This was earlier in the game before the lights came on. That's what we're looking at there, if you see. But, you know, really just a great effort all the way around by these guys. Here we're back.
Bears already out onto the floor. Not a whole lot you can say if you're Coach Burns in that locker room, though, John.
No, that second quarter was about as good as you could ask for from this team. From their ball movement, from their shots they've been getting, from their effort on the glass, from their defense, you know, the deflections that they've had, the turnovers that they've caused. Show me something in that second quarter that you can complain about if you're a coach. Now, the first quarter, it might be a little bit different, but, you know, we're beyond that now. We came out of that. We're fine. You know, we're moving on. But just incredible. Here we go with some highlights in the first half.
And it really is just raining threes for Spencer County. Again, 8 of 10 in the first half, led by Luke Earhart, 5 of 7 himself. There you see one of the 5 Luke hit. Little jump hook by Blanson.
Working the inside. And this is what I wanted to see out of these Bears. And this is what I was talking about between quarters. We almost saw more of that type of effort from South Oldham in that first quarter, where they were really trying to work the inside, and that's what the Bears have an advantage in there. And we were able in that second quarter to really try to get the ball inside, create some of these opportunities on the outside, and a lot of mismatches, and really put a lot of points on the board. Luke Earhart with another one. But, yeah, just a great effort by these boys. Kellen Marksberry there with the block. Jonathan Combs with his second three-pointer. Nothing but net on that one. And once again, Luke Earhart, just on fire, on target, can't miss tonight for the Bears.
Spencer County Lady Bears now at halftime over at Bardstown. They built the lead up, 8-point lead. Earlier in the second quarter, John, that lead's been cut to 2, 33-31, as the Lady Bears tried to avenge a loss from earlier in the season. A game, John, that where they didn't have Davey Reichenbach in that game when they played over at Bullitt East. So that makes a big difference down low, whether she scores or whether she don't.
It does.
Just her presence in the middle.
Toughest player on the court by far. But, you know, Bardstown, you know, That's an animal down there when it comes to their girls team. And for Spencer County to be down there battling with them the way that they are, great opportunity to potentially win this game. That would be a marquee win for these Lady Bears if they could pull off that tonight.
And I'll tell you what, my dealings from the time I was coaching softball at the middle school, Spencer County and Bardstown's in separate regions when it comes to high school. Spencer County in the 8th, Bardstown in the 5th. But we were in the same conference, we called it, in middle school, played each other multiple times a year, and let me tell you, there's some battles in every sport.
Yeah.
South with the ball, gets it into Davis. Tries to go down low to Mickle. Bears got a hand on it. Davis out to Veers, 18-foot jumper. It's good. Now back to this 1-3-1 full court. Earhart, wide open wing three. No good. Goes to Cox. He'll take one from about 25. That's no good. Rebounded by Mickle. Brings the ball down. Earhart gets his hands in there.
Great job by
Coach Simpson is not happy on that call.
Great movement by the Bears coming down. You had that press set up that we talked about that they ran some at the beginning of the first quarter. Spencer County struggled with so much. Quick passes, being able to get the ball down there, just awesome job by the Bears.
Turnover on Earhart. King goes in for the layup. It's good. Quick 4-0 start by the Dragons here in the second half. 35-27. Cut the Bears lead to 8. And again, this defense really caused Spencer County issues in the first half. And we got another steal, this time by King. Tries to go behind the back. Stolen back away by Earhart. Luke gets it up to Combs. Combs tries the left baseline. 10-footers short. Rebounded by Downs, who's back in the game now after picking up those 2 quick fouls in the first quarter. He's going to fire up a wing 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Combs. 6 rebound for Jonathan Combs. Earhart, 15-footer. Too long. Ball tapped around, rebounded by Mickle. South pushing the pace. Davis all the way into the basket. Shots blocked by Combs. I believe he could have blocked that with his elbow.
Yeah.
Coulter in the middle, almost walked. Combs in the corner. Now South's going to trap out of this defense. Skip pass to Coulter, back to Earhart, open for 3. That's no good. Rebounded again by Downs. Davis for 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Rourke. Rourke pushes the ball up to Cox. Nice feed. Down to Combs is no good. Coulter tapped it around. Rebounded by Mickle. Dragons going back the other way.
That's
Davis into the lane. No good. Another rebound by Combs. Now we're just in a track meet, John.
Yeah, we are.
That's blocked by Mickle. I'm a Bear through and through. That's a clean block, John.
Yeah, it was. But in fairness, I think there was a travel on the other end of the court that didn't get called. So
Yep.
we'll just take that as a wash.
Yep. Earhart steps to the line for the Bears. And rolls the first one home. That's 20 now for Luke Earhart. Makes them both. Bears now, they're 2-2-1. Veers drives the baseline. Goes cross court. Mickle, corner 3 is no good. Rebounded by Coulter. Earhart crosses the timeline. Gets to the free throw line. Corner. Wide open is Cox. It's good. Timeout, Coach Simpson.
They still struggling over there. Trying to find an answer for this ball movement that Spencer County's been able to come up with.
Timeout by South Oldham. That's got to be a full. They initially called a 30. They're sitting down now.
They're out of 30s, I believe, aren't they,
Yeah,
Bo?
2 30s is all you get. That's 3 timeouts taken by Coach Simpson already.
Yep.
40-27.
Trying to find an answer for this ball movement. And luckily, glad to see that Coach Burns has got his boys on the same page. They're able to pass this ball a little bit better, a little quicker. You know, and that's the key with a lot of this, where they're trying to press, they're trying to run these zones. You got to move that ball fast. If not, you're going to get yourself in a situation like we saw earlier. You're going to get trapped. You're going to have problems. Ball's going to get deflected. They're going to cause turnovers. You really have to be quick, head up, looking for your guys, and making something happen.
Almost thought this third quarter was going to start out a lot like the first.
Yeah.
South Oldham jumped out 4-0 run there to start the third quarter. Now Spencer County's come back with their own 5-0 run. .7 rebounds.
Looking like
for
Coach
Jonathan
Burns
Combs.
is setting up a press of his own.
Holbrook now into the game. Gets it to Veers. In the corner to King. Fakes the 3. Goes to Mickle. Tries to drive in. Dishes out to the corner to Downs, and he connects on the 3. Just the second made 3 of the night for South Oldham. They're 2 of 16.
Cox
Had the shot, didn't take it. South comes to trap. Ball goes to Combs. Out to Earhart. Corner three. It's good.
Another timeout taken by Coach Simpson.
They're down to one timeout, John.
Yeah.
There's still 12 minutes to play in this game. But you can't let it get away.
No, you can't. But at some point in time, you sit there and, South Oldham able to put points on the board. Their three-pointer of the day, Downs just hit. Sorry, I'm tripping over my own tongue. But for him to hit that three-pointer down there and for us to come down the court and just hit another three-pointer and call timeout, I mean, some point in time, too, you have to consider holding on to one or two of those things.
Well, he can't be happy with the fact that Luke Earhart is getting open.
Oh.
6 of 10 from 3, and he knew that coming in. As you see, he didn't have no choice but to take a full timeout, but he didn't take long to get his point across. His team's already out on the floor ready to go.
And this is what's coming because Spencer County's been able to move the ball as effectively as they have in their offensive set. These quick passes and these things, when they're playing against a zone like this and you get that zone moving, it doesn't take much to have a guy slip off to the corner wing or something and be standing there wide open and nobody have a clue.
Deers hands off to Mickle. He'll go over in the corner to Downs. Another three. That's no good. Rebounded by Rourke. Earhart, guarded by King, was all the way into the lane. We'll get that foul. Is that on King?
Yeah, that's on Mickle, I'm sorry.
No, that's on King.
That was on King, I'm sorry. They hadn't changed
His
it yet
second.
on the board.
Team second. Nice little jump hook by Combs. That gets him into double figures. Mickle getting to the basket, not putting up the shot. John, I've seen that a lot, but I've never seen it on the backside of the rim get caught like that.
But that situation like that, basketball gets stuck, that's jump ball. Ball's going to stay with South Oldham.
45-30, Bears lead by 15. 3:08 left.
Had a little ground rule double to center right there.
King, corner three, no good. Ball's brought down by Rourke. We're going to get a foul. Number 20.
They're going to call that on Murphy.
That's his third. Team's third. Now,
seeing a little bit of man-to-man out of South Oldham now.
Yeah, they're going to guard Earhart full court. He's got his hands all over him. He could have called that foul 3 times coming down the lane, John.
Yeah, but I tell you, I'll take it on the shot, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'll be his third
That's
foul.
3 on King. He had his hands on him all the way down the floor, plus as Luke was driving to the lane. Now, this is the guy we want at the free throw line.
Oh, exactly.
77% on the season coming into this game, John. Shot 133 free throws coming in.
And a sophomore.
3 of 3 tonight. And I do not jinx it. 47-30. Bears.
That's a rarity right there that we don't jinx somebody.
3-point shot up and good by Veers.
Quick ball movement.
Down to Cox. Goes up for the layup. It's good and the foul.
I think they're going to get Mickle on that. No. They're going to get Murphy again. That's his fourth.
Combs steps the line. Completes the 3-point play. Bears lead back to 17. Miles into the lane, goes over in the corner. Shot by, I believe it's Von Felt. Look at it, they're all over Luke now. That's the old Norman Dale. When the game's over, I want to know what flavor his chewing gum is.
That's right. Norman Dale.
Another shot there by Combs is good. And another three, this time by Mickle on the other end. 52-39. Earhart goes to Drew Barron in the corner. That's no good. Earhart gets the rebound. Tries to go down low to Combs. Gets it out to Barron. He'll try another three. That's short. Rebounded by Earhart. Back up and in. Veers going to get fouled by Earhart. First foul on Luke.
That's only the
team's first foul.
First foul of the half, but only 4 total fouls for Spencer County. Jonathan Combs with 1, Bradley Coulter with 1, Bryce Rourke with 1, and then Luke Earhart just now picking up his first.
Veers at the line. 78% on the season. Jonathan Combs gets a well-deserved break, man. 16 points, 8 rebounds.
He's been a machine down there in the paint tonight. I mean, he did have a couple three-pointers, but the way he's rebounding.
Spears makes both free throws. Cox gets trapped over in the corner. Gets the ball out to Rourke. Price up to Barron. Goes down low to Blanzett. Going to pick up a foul on Mickle.
It's going to be his second. Team 6th.
Blanzett 6 of 13 on the season. And in and out. Kellen Marksbury checks in for the first time, John. In the second half, good minutes in the first half.
Yeah, Luke Earhart going to get, just like Jonathan Combs, a well-deserved rest. Kind of makes you wonder who South Oldham's going to defend now.
Over the corner to Mickle. Tries to go back to King. Now he's got nobody. Skip pass over to Miles. Wing three is no good. Ball's tapped around. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Bears. 55-41. Bears have led by as many as 17. Lead by 14 now. Cox trapped in the corner. Coach Burns gets to 30.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that, Bo. I mean, I understand the timeout and all that kind of stuff. I get that. I like that. But we're starting to get to a point, it seems like these referees are letting the game get away from them from time to time. You know, a situation like that, you know, we were talking about Earhart, guy all over him driving down the lane. Right there, Camden Cox coming down the court. And, I mean, he was just hands.
I didn't think of that.
46.5 seconds left to go in the third. Let's get it to Blanzett. Back to Rourke. Tries the left baseline. Skip pass all the way across. Long three by Cox. It's good. Ball stolen.
Oh, that's a rough call right there. That's Spencer County ball. Bryce Rourke gained possession of that ball, got it smacked away. That's a rough call.
Mickle in the paint. I mean, it'd be hard for Spencer County to defend that if they put him on the block.
I tell you, but in a situation, the way this game's going, the way Spencer County's been able to score, you take that. I will take that from Mickle all day long. I want to keep him off the 3-point line, but I'll take that inside.
Easy layup for Rourke. Long three by Mickle is no good at the buzzer, and your score at the end of 3. Spencer County 60, South Oldham 43. We'll be back in a minute on GHP Sports.
At Acadia Counseling, we offer a professional, down-to-earth approach for adults, families, couples, and adolescents who are looking for lasting results in a non-judgmental environment. Located in St. Matthews and offering telehealth straight to your phone or Wi-Fi enabled smart device, Acadia Counseling offers evening and weekend appointments. Give us a call or schedule from our website and create a brighter future for yourself or a loved one.
Back here at Spencer County High Schools, you see some third quarter highlights blocked there by Jonathan Combs, who's John had a well of a game today. 16 points, 8 rebounds so far for Jonathan.
Yeah.
One of 3 Bears in double figures, led by Luke Earhart with 28, Camden Cox with 11.
Phenomenal game. And, potentially here with this fourth quarter still to come, could easily end up with a double-double. Good Jonathan Combs, just doing a great job, really working that inside, really moving well without the basketball.
2 minutes, 57 seconds left in the third over at Bardstown. Bardstown leads Spencer County Lady Bears 39-35. Lands it at the elbow. Ball's tapped out of bounds.
They're going to call foul. Yep. They're going to call a foul on Blanchett.
That's the first foul on Joseph. Team second. Davis back in the game. Over in the corner, Mickle for 3. It's good. (60-46). Bears lead by 14. Rourke to the elbow. Back up between the circles to Cox. Going to get a foul on Cole Davis. That's third.
Team 7.
Team 7.
Yep, and we're shooting.
So, Bryce Rourke steps to the line for the Bears. Bryce 7 of 18 on the year from the free throw line, and he misses. Call that foul on Kellen Marksbury. That's his first. Team's third.
I ain't going to lie, I had a hard time seeing anything really happen there, Bo.
Back inside to Mickle. Spins back around to his right. Gets that one to fall. Dragons cut the lead to 12. Kellen all the way into the lane. Tries to go to Blanchett. The ball's going to skip out of bounds and go over to South Oldham.
Really good thought there by Kellen trying to get that over to him. Just not quite on the same page.
Get that foul on Bryce Rourke. That's his second, team's fourth. I've got him for 2. Scoreboard's got him for 3. Cole Davis connects on the first free throw. Second shot's up and good. And what once was a 17-point lead, John, is now down to 10.
Yeah, it's not looking as big anymore.
6:30 left to go in the ball game. Earhart drives in, ball taken away, stolen by South. Mickle gets the ball out front on the break, goes in for the layup. It's good. 60-52.
A little bit of life over there from that South Oldham bench.
I think Kellen's got to take that one to the basket, John.
Yep.
Go in there, if nothing else, pull up there, take a little 8-foot jumper, little runner.
Got a bit of officials timeout right here.
Burns don't want no part of it. He's down here on the other end of the bench.
Referees are going to send the teams to their coaches. They try to sort something out.
We have a disagreement in the scorebook is what we have. And when it comes down to it, John, there's really no disagreement. The home team is
the home book is the official book.
I don't know what was decided here.
I don't either.
Now it looks like they've got 2 fouls on Bryce.
2 fouls
up there
on Bryce, yep, that's what we had too.
Yep. They should never doubt us, John.
No, they shouldn't.
Earhart almost steps out of bounds, goes up into the lane, tries to go up with one hand, fouled by Miles. That'll be his second. Team's 8th.
When it comes to making tally marks, I'm king. I've got this down for these fouls. Don't ask me to make a zigzag, but I can make a mark.
First shot by Earhart's up and good. That's 30 now for Luke. It's become commonplace to see him get 30 in a game, John, here lately. Connects on the second one. Now 7 of 7 from the line.
You kind of expect it. It's like it's nothing special really happening.
Davis pushes off, no call. Shots up, no good. Got a rebound by Combs, but we're going to get a foul before that.
We're going to call Earhart for the foul.
No, that's on King.
Oh, that's on South Oldham.
Yep, that's his 4th. Team's 9th. Bradley Coulter, the new Western Kentucky University commit.
Go Toppers.
And the first one's good. Jack Armstrong checked into the game for the Bears. Combs back in. And the second one's no good. Earhart almost got a hand on that one. Davis. 3-point shot is up and good by King.
Quick turnaround jumper.
Get a foul called on Davis. That's his 4th, John. And also the team's 10th. Spencer County now in the double bonus the rest of the way with 5:41 left to play. First shot by Cox is up and good. And he makes them both. Oldham County leads Collins at the end of 3, 45-40. And the Spencer County Lady Bears trail 47-39 at the end of 3.
I want everybody to keep in mind right now, South Oldham, Cole Davis and Alex King, both on the floor, both with 4 fouls.
There's King with a wing 3. That's no good. And Jonathan Combs just took one to the chops. And they just calling that ball out of bounds?
They just calling it out of bounds. That was a pretty rough tip out of bounds right there.
Cox leads the break, 3-on-2. Goes in, gets the ball to Armstrong. Armstrong takes it into the lane, nothing there, out to Cox. 25-footers up short. Body's banging in the air, going for the rebound. We're going to get Jonathan Combs with the foul. It's his second, team's 5th. Davis crosses the timeline. Bears lead by 10. 5 minutes left to go. Then Earhart just took one to the chops too, but he's going to get the foul called on him.
Yep.
It's his second, team 6.
That's one of those things where it's I can understand where it's difficult for officials to see sometimes where they're in a position where they're a lot of times behind the a lot of times they're behind the offensive player, and that offensive player wants to extend that elbow or extend that hand, and it's hard for them to see.
Mickle up top. Back in the corner to Miles. Corner 3, it's good.
South Oldham chipping away at that lead.
65-58. Bears lead by 7. Cox tells Luke to go on. I got it. Gets all the way into the lane. Drives up. Shots no good. Batted by Combs. Brought down. Rebounded by Holbrook. Now stolen by Earhart. Earhart comes up the left side. Goes all the way into the lane. They're going to get him for a charge. There's a lost art in basketball nowadays, and it goes from the grade school level all the way through into college.
On how to take a charge.
Not how to take it. The pull-up jump shot from 8 feet.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to get, and I get it. You want to get all the way to the basket. Luke pulls up, takes that little 8-foot jump shot.
Yeah.
And he scores there. Don't have the foul. That's 3 on Luke. Veers pulls up for a 3. That's no good. Ball batted around on the floor, picked up by Cox. Cox gets the ball to Calder. Throws the ball away, stolen by Veers. South back and running, got the advantage. Goes to Mickle, shots up and in. 65-60.
If I'm Burns, I'm thinking timeout. Got to slow this down.
3 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in the ball game. What once was a 17-point Bear lead's now been cut to 5. Combs goes up for the shot. Going to get a foul. And if that's on King, John, that's 5. And it's not. Calling that on Veers. That's his first. Combs goes to the line for 2. First one's good. Combs makes them both. 19 points now for Jonathan Combs. 67-60. Fears hands off to King. Now running the wave. Mickle over in the corner. Back to Veers. Up top to King. Holbrook look back door. And get a shot up. It's no good. Rebounded by Combs. 9 rebounds now for Jonathan Combs. 1 rebound away from a double-double. Cox all the way into the lane. Reverse layup up and in. He didn't have a good angle on that one. John still got the spin on the ball. Get it to go. 69-60. Mickle drives. Had Combs beat. Dishes off to Veers for the 3. It's no good. And there's 10 rebounds for Jonathan Combs. Cox. Calder. Wing 3. It's good.
Something you don't see a lot from Bradley Coulter, hitting those 3-pointers, but man, when he hits them, they can be sweet.
7-0 run by the Bears at just the right time. They're going to foul on Bryce Rourke.
I think they got Jonathan Combs on that.
Yeah, it was Combs. My fault. That's Jonathan's 3rd. Team's 8th. Mickle at the line for South Oldham, shooting 1 in the bonus. First one's good. .14 left to go in the fourth quarter. Lady Bears now trail 52-39 at Bardstown. Mickle makes both free throws.
Oh. They're going to get Mickle there with that foul.
3 on Ben Mickle. Combs back to the line. This is the first.
I want to remind everybody to stay tuned after the game. We'll have Brown Realty Player of the Game. We'll also have the Kelly Hubbock Coaches interview.
Combs misses both free throws. Mickle back to Davis. Top of the key 3. It's air ball. Rebounded by Combs. 2 minutes. Bears lead by 10. Cox barely gets the ball to Rourke. Skip pass. Earhart, corner 3. Good.
You just can't leave him that open, Bo.
Air ball on the other side. Another rebound by Combs.
Ball stolen.
Get a foul on Rourke. It's 3 on Bryce. 9th team foul. 33 points tonight for Luke Earhart. Davis misses the first one. Rebounded by Colden. Misses them both. Down to a minute and a half. Cox crosses the timeline. Behind the back dribble. Goes to Rourke. Stolen by Mickle. Mickle down for the layup. It's good. Big second half by Ben Mickle, John. That's 24 now. Ball's tapped out of bounds. Stay with the Bears.
Yeah, Mickle's been just as advertised in this game, and not taking anything away from him. The fact with the scoreboard being what it is right now, 11 points in the favor of the Spencer County Bears, but phenomenal basketball player, both inside and out. Really able to work the paint, really able to create some things on the outside.
Ball tapped away, recovered by Earhart. Coach Burns gets a full timeout. Spencer County still with 2 timeouts on the board, 1 for South Oldham. 75-64 lead, minute 5 left to go.
Yeah, really getting to the point where it's not impossible, but starting to get away from South Oldham here a little bit. Spencer County able to hit a couple big shots there in the last few minutes to really just, I don't want to say ice this. I don't think we're at the point where you're icing this game yet with an 11-point lead, but to make yourself feel a little bit more comfortable though, Bo.
Hey, you're Coach Burns right now. You need your ball handlers and your free throw shooters on the court.
Yep.
Because the fouls are going to come. Third foul on Julian Miles. And that's exactly who the Bears want to go to the free throw line.
Yeah. Yeah, Luke Earhart stepping up.
Luke 6 of 6 from the line tonight. Rolls the first one home. Nothing but net on the second one, 77-64. Bears lead back to 13. Davis all the way into the lane. Swing the ball around. Three-point shots up, no good. Tapped out of bounds.
The Spencer County ball.
Spencer County ball.
Yep.
Going to get Cox and Armstrong checking back into the game for Coulter and Rourke. And that's exactly what Coach Burns is doing now. He's getting his free throw shooters on the court.
Exactly. You know it's coming.
Cox gets the ball to Combs. And Jonathan will step to the free throw line.
They're going to get Julian Miles with another one there. That's his fourth foul in the game, Bo.
Combs connects on the first. Combs makes them both, pushes the lead out to 15. Davis in the lane. Shot goes in. Going to get a foul on Jonathan Combs. It's 4 on Jonathan. Team's 10th.
That's exactly what Burns doesn't want to see in a situation like this. It is a comfortable lead. Don't get me wrong. Like I said earlier, it wasn't necessarily iced at the time. But there's no reason to give South Oldham the opportunity to put points on the board without that clock moving.
And Davis completes the three-point play. Cox picks up his dribble, gets it in the middle to Combs. To Armstrong. Bears just looking to run clock now. Combs almost throws it away, gets it to Cox. We're going to give Coach Burns the timeout there.
Boy, he got it by a split second.
22.7 seconds left. Bears up by 12.
Great job by the Bears tonight, showing a little bit of resiliency that first quarter. You know, we mentioned that there at halftime. You know, South Oldham able to come out, put up 9 points, a 9-1 lead right off the bat before Burns was able to get his first time out and try to make some adjustments. And the Bears really came together. They really fought hard. South Oldham's thrown a lot of different things at them, both for shooting, you know, whether it's inside, outside type of stuff. They've thrown a lot of defenses at them, and Spencer County been able to, you know, come out on top at a lot of those situations.
59% shooting from the field don't hurt none either.
No, that's phenomenal.
It's,
phenomenal.
54% from long range, 13 of 24 on threes, 23 of 39 total. It's now South. Not going to foul. And that's going to do it.
That's going to do it. Great job,
final
Bears.
score, Spencer County 79, South Oldham 67. As we await our handshake here from the guys. Region victory. Another win by Coach Burns over his mentor, Steve Simpson, at South Oldham. Spencer County tonight led by Luke Earhart with 35 points. Luke 3 of 4 from inside the arc, 7-11 outside, 8 of 8 from the line, and 4 rebounds to go with those 35 points. Bryce Rourke with 2. Camden Cox with 15 points and 2 rebounds. Jonathan Combs, who is going to be our Brown Realty player of the game tonight with 20 points and 12 rebounds. Bradley Coulter with 4 and Joseph Blanzett with 3. For South Oldham, Cole Davis had 11. Christian Beers also had 11. Alex King with 10. Ben Mickle with 24. Julian Miles with 5. Joe Downs with 3. And Murphy Covillion with 3 for 67 points for South Oldham. And you see our totals there on the screen. Spencer County 23 of 39 total from the field, 13 of 24 shooting threes. Compare that to 8 of 34 for South Oldham. And we knew South Oldham was going to put them up. Spencer County, there's times they shoot 30, and they didn't do that tonight, but connected, man. I'm 8 of 10 in the first half, and just kept hitting shots all night.
Well, did a great job moving the ball. That ball movement created so many offensive opportunities for the Bears tonight to be able to get those shots off, to get those opportunities, and I credit that. You have to make the shot. Yeah, you have to get open, but if it wasn't for the quick ball movement, the way they were able to work against the zone where they were running the press situation, where they ran the 2-3 zone against Spencer County, even to the point where they were running man against Spencer County, the ball movement really created a lot of opportunities for the Bears to get on the board.
We have here 23 rebounds for the Bears, and that's again, our stats are by no means official. Those will be out in a couple days after everything goes through huddle and gets checked on by that. But, again, John, we're going to go I think we agree on our Brown Realty player of the game.
I think we do. Yeah, and we were looking fairly early at this, just the impact that this young man had down inside the paint, the rebounds he was able to pull down, ended up with a double-double tonight. Number 30, Jonathan Combs. You just have to credit, and not to take anything away from anybody else. That's the difficult thing about making this decision. You have Luke Earhart put up the points he did and not come up here and talk to us tonight. That's, I want people out there to realize that this is just how important Jonathan Combs was to this team tonight, what he was able to do on the glass, the points that he scored, and be able to protect the possessions, be able to gain possessions for the Bears to get the lead they had, to hold on to the lead they had.
Camden Cox, 15 points tonight, 3 of 6 from long range also, 4-4 from the line. Very easily could go even that route and bring him in. Bears early on, John, struggled with the defense that South Oldham put out on the floor, 9-1 early in the first quarter.
Yep.
Coach Burns called that timeout with about 4.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter, and the Bears went on a tear.
Yeah, he shot a Red Bull or something, gave him wings. I don't know what it was, but whatever he said over there, it was the magic words that were needed because they took off from there. They needed a little kick in the pants, and imagine they got it in that timeout after a 9-1 start in this game. And after seeing that, and then after seeing how the rest of the game ended, if you missed the first couple minutes of this ball game, you would have never imagined the way this game ended, what happened, what actually occurred in those first couple minutes. And so Spencer County able to get it going, though, able to really get out there and do something with it. And, just phenomenal effort.
Really, Ben Mickle's going to leave here tonight with 24 points, John, but they've really done a good job on him.
They did.
It was there at the end of the game where Coach Simpson seen that he probably had the advantage down low by sending Mickle down there. But Bears really did do a good job on him. Held Cole Davis to 4 points under his average with 11.
Yep.
And so, I mean, it's defensively. Davis 0 of 7 from 3. And, 8 of 34 South Oldham shoots as a team from three-point range, 24%. You tell Coach Burns that before the game starts, he's taking that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and credit the hustle on defense. You and I were both kind of surprised that first trip down the court for South Oldham when we saw Spencer County set up in a man-to-man defense. Yeah. And they spent a lot of time in that defense tonight. And the way they were able to make that effort and to try to cause a little bit of havoc, because you do have, Cole Davis. You did have Julian Miles. You did have Ben Mickle to have to deal with, and even Christian Veers on the outside. That, we showed it to them. We gave them a taste of that. When they played that zone against Spencer County and we were able to move the ball as well as we did, we got open looks. And that's exactly what Coach Burns was able to avoid a lot of by playing that man-to-man defense and keeping his guys on those guys, not giving them an opportunity to breathe. And the way this team hustles, that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah, Bradley Calder give good minutes. Joseph Lands battling down low on the boards. Just an all-around effort, all these guys. Jack Armstrong come in. Kellen Marksbury, the minutes he put in the first half, it was just, you could go down the list, and everybody that stepped on the floor tonight had a big part in this victory.
Yeah, and so much of it, you mentioned Kellen, you mentioned Blancett, so much of it that you even see was stuff that we were able to watch in this game but didn't actually – it's not going to show up in that stat book. It's not going to show up on any scoreboard or anything like that, the effort that you saw from them.
We had Jonathan Combs making his way up here to the podium with us.
Can you hear us? Is it loud? Good enough? Okay.
Jonathan, congratulations. You're a Brown Realty Player of the Game for the game tonight. Really stepped up huge on the boards tonight. As one thing me and John was really impressed with. You ended up with 20 points and 12 rebounds by our account, and that's by no means official, but double-double tonight.
Sir, yeah.
Yeah, and, that was something we had talked about coming into this game. South Oldham, I don't know if you guys had talked about it as a team or not, they've struggled a little bit on the glass, and those rebounds were going to be key to give you all those extra possessions, and that's why we had to tip our hat to you. When we saw the way you were battling on the inside, being able to get those rebounds and be able to create those possessions. But double-double, did you know that coming off the court?
No, I had no idea.
No idea?
I knew I got more than I usually do, but I didn't know the exact number.
Yeah.
I think you're averaging 5 rebounds a game, and you had that at halftime.
Yeah.
So we knew it was going to be a pretty special night for you. First half, the first couple minutes of the game, you guys kind of struggled. That defense threw you for a loop. Coach Simpson's known for throwing different defenses at you and kind of dirty up a game. Call it like that. But then you're down 9-1. Coach Burns calls a timeout, and you come out of that timeout, and John said that he must have given you all Red Bull and give you wings or something. Because you come out after that and went on like a 29-10 run.
Yeah, we started off the first quarter really, really slow, and we just had to get going and get into it. And then after that, we were good for the rest of the game.
Okay, now, if you remember, I know a lot happened in the last, 32 minutes of this ball game and the halftime and everything else. What did Burns have to say to you all in that first time out when it was 9-1?
Can you say it on the air?
No.
We kind of wondered. We knew he wasn't very happy, and
whatever it was, it helped. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we could tell you made good adjustments. The ball movement, and this isn't just for you. This was for your entire team. The way you all were able to move the ball against the 2-3 zone they were running against you. The press gave you all a little bit of issues from time to time, but generally speaking, after that first quarter, you guys took control of that too. And so it was a great job all around. And we would be, I don't know what to say. Actually, it'd be a shame if you weren't sitting up here with us at the game you had tonight.
Thank you.
59% as a team from the field, 54% threes. You were shooting at halftime from the field. You were shooting 80% as a team.
Wow.
And it's just
that's phenomenal.
Like I said, when you come back
amazing.
out of that timeout, and then you go in at halftime. As mad as Coach Burns probably was at that timeout, there's not a whole lot he could have said at halftime after the way you guys showed up.
Yeah, he wanted us to clean up on our defense. We were good offensively, but we just had to clean up some easy points we gave him on defense.
Yeah. And there were some situations like that where they had some little luckily they didn't shoot the ball near as well as you guys did, but they had some looks on the outside. They had some things on the inside, and I imagine he probably was a little upset with a few things. There was some missed rotations coming down on defense, picking up some help and things like that, but still phenomenal game. And this was a team that, looking at their stats, they had, I believe it was 3 or 4 different guys shooting over 40% from three-point range coming into this game for South Oldham. And you guys held them to how many three-pointers did they have, Bo? Do you have that there in front of you?
It ended up being 8 of 34, but it wasn't even that until late in the game. They hit a couple. Ben Mickle, 6'6", kind of plays like a guard. I kind of figured you'd be the guy to draw that assignment tonight. Is there anything you done different defensively, or Coach Burns work with you on anything?
Just I got to move my feet when the guy takes his first step. I got to get in front of him and then stop him, because once I did that, he wasn't really able to drive, and he was looking to kick, because that's their big thing, because they want to shoot their threes.
They want to shoot the three. Mickle ended up with 24 points, but really you guys shut him down the whole game. And a lot of that was garbage late. And when they made that run, cut your lead from 17 down to 5, he got a few garbage baskets there. So, but now Friday night, Anderson County. Have you started working on that already? I would assume you have.
Yeah,
since the game's been canceled.
Yeah, we were until it got canceled. So,
do you have any thoughts on that?
We're ready to go. We just hope we can get the game in, because it's looking like we might not have school on Friday. So
I don't know if you guys look at this. I know Coach Burns does, but if you win, it's a 3-way tie for first in the district.
That's the importance on it. We got to take care of Anderson and then get ready for the district.
Get ready for the district tournament, which will be here on your home floor.
That's huge.
Yeah. Well, Jonathan, we appreciate your hard effort tonight. Our Brown Realty Player of the Game. Congratulations on that, and go get ready for Anderson.
Yes, sir, I will. Thank you, guys.
Right. Thank you.
Jonathan Combs, 20 points, 12 rebounds tonight by our account, our Brown Realty Player of the Game. And now we're going to get Coach Burns to step in here so we can yell at him for a minute.
Yeah, I don't know if we need to yell at him too much.
Kelly Hubbock, coach's interview. Coach?
I mean, the first quarter we might say something about.
The first 4 minutes, what did you say at that timeout? I mean,
we asked Jonathan, and he said he didn't know if he could say it.
I think I was so mad, I don't know. We were pretty brain dead there for a while. I don't know what happened. But
their defense, they had like a 1-3-1 half-court trap. It really caused you some issues early on. And but then Coach Simpson kind of pulled out of that for a little while. You guys made your run. I told John, I said it was 9-1, and next thing you know, it was like 29-19. You build the lead. 80% shooting in the first half.
Yeah. What was our final? It had been really high.
59 field goal.
Yeah.
Yep. 59 from the field, 54 from 3.
Yep. Phenomenal shooting.
The difference was we finally just started passing it.
Yeah.
We were just so trying to dribble through things, and once that ball got moving, I mean. That's really, I think that's the first time we've seen. I mean, Boyle County early in the year kind of had a 1-2-2 trap, but so that's hard to prepare for. We thought we were pretty well prepared for it for the 1-3-1, but we didn't get off to a good start. So, but once that ball started moving, I mean that's the thing we kept saying is like, look, we got 4 shooters on the floor, so we're gonna get a wide open 3.
Yeah,
as long as we handle it and move it.
But Coach Simpson's known to throw different defenses every time down the floor, sometimes change it up. You being a disciple of his, I guess we can say that, having coached under him there for a while.
I don't do it as much.
But I mean, you know how you knew what was coming, probably just as good, if not better, than any coach in the 8th region.
It hurt us a little bit, which we talked about, but at the same time, we try to play so fast.
Yeah.
And sometimes it backfires because you're going down the floor and you don't recognize fast enough that they're in it, and by then you've already dribbled across. That was actually, as fast as Kellen is, he was maybe too fast because he was bringing it down, and then next thing you know, boom, he's stuck.
Well, there's such a fine line between fast and out of control.
Yeah. So we kind of had to pull the reins back a little bit, which is hard to do against them, and especially the way we like to play too. Even there at the end, like we called it one time. I said, we're the team that's winning by 10. It didn't look like that. We were trying to get it out as fast as possible, and it was just kind of
played a lot of man-to-man tonight. More of a 2-3 zone seemed like to me the games we've seen here.
Yeah, we did play a lot of zone, which is a lot of teams don't like to play zone against them because they shoot it so well. But we were.
You got to mix it up.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah, especially that they didn't use their size inside, but they're big, stronger. A little bit longer kids. So.
Well, we didn't even notice, and we were talking to Jonathan about it, that the Mickle boy really didn't even have an impact on the inside till the end of the game, and that's when Jonathan was sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's like they saw that mismatch down there, was able to work that out. But the one thing we noticed, and something we've always been impressed with you, with your teams, the hustle on defense.
Yeah. It covers. We talked about. I told him at halftime. I said, I kind of like this when I yell at you. I got nothing to say at halftime now. I mean, you fixed everything. We don't have any adjustments, but that's what we talk about. Is look, like our hustle negates any mistakes you make.
Yeah.
Or more often than not, but.
Well, so much of South Oldham's offense was involved around motion, trying to do anything backdoor, doing the weave thing that they were doing up top, and yet you were able to still keep your guys right in front of them.
Yeah,
right in front of them.
Especially that second quarter, we really locked in, and it kind of got a little separation there too. But we did a good job. Heck, we talked about. I mean, we probably gave them 15 points, so we didn't know who the heck we were guarding off a free throw or a made basket.
Yeah.
So I mean, you take all that out, and really, it's a really good defensive night. Even though maybe the numbers you see 65 points, but.
Yeah, but still, I mean.
No, we did a good job.
Jonathan Combs, he didn't know it until he got up here, double-double on the night.
Yeah,
And that's, we had mentioned it at halftime. He went into halftime with 5 rebounds, averaging 5 rebounds a game. So the effort put forth by him, of course, that's why we had to bring him up here. But,
Luke, another big night tonight, 35 points, 7 of 11 threes.
It's becoming commonplace, though, with Luke. Even it's like you almost expect to see that from him.
And now, at 13 made threes tonight. That's now 16 out of your 22 games. You've hit 10 or more threes.
Yep.
It's funny because he would know this, but he told me before a game, Coach Simpson said we're 29 points away from the state record of made threes. I had no idea. That true, but he's the one that's got it. So I have to look that up. I don't know, but.
Speaking of different things and records and what's been in the past and what's come up, Bo had some interest in reading. He sent me an email of. I don't know if you've seen this or heard this yet or not, but he's got it here for you.
I'm going to read something for you. So let's get the eating the crow out of the way. So me thinking that the Bears might finish higher but would struggle out of the gate, I ranked Spencer County. This is not me.
No.
I know.
I ranked Spencer County 17th out of 18 teams in the preseason poll. In the years I've done the 8th Region preview, I don't think I've ever missed on a team so badly in the preseason. Coach Jason Burns must have enjoyed posting my preview on the bulletin board. I'm sure it provided hours of enjoyment and plenty of motivation.
Yeah. It's funny. He sent me two apology emails ever since that.
He does a really good job,
and
I'm giving him a hard time. But I mean, I appreciate what he does. There's a lot of the notes that I get come from him and things that he does. So I appreciate him on that. But Anderson County coming up Friday.
Yep.
You got 3 days to prepare, but really,
we're
already ready to go.
Our scout reports are still in our locker or in their lockers. So, I don't know. They played Shelby tonight, so I don't know the result of that. But basically, if they've won, then there's a lot to play for still. If not, then we just got to wait out the RPI. So but they'll be tough. They're going to do the opposite. We want to play fast, and they are going to grind us and slow, and just kind of be.
See, that's what we were talking to Jonathan about. Didn't know if you guys had mentioned it to him. I'm sure you've definitely thought of it. You guys win Friday night.
Yeah, we stay in the three-way tie. Yep.
Oldham County beat Collins by 3.
That's huge.
I do not have nothing.
Nothing for the Shelby County game yet.
No, I do not. Not yet on this. But
it'll probably be a late. I think that might even be a girl-boy doubleheader.
So, but yeah, I mean, I figured you was already ready. I was sitting at Subway the other night getting ready to walk in over here when I got the call that the game had been canceled.
I was about to leave the house myself, and I get the text, but.
But anyway, congratulations. Now moved to 14-8 on the year. one win away from, I guess it's they don't give trophies for the trophy cabinet, but a 3-way tie for first place in the district.
Yep.
It's still a lot to hang your hat on with a completely new team.
The RPI, like anything could happen. That's why I just tell our kids, like, there's an outside chance. I mean,
Collins has got a tough schedule,
a
tough road to hoe coming up.
And Woodford only has 4 games, but that winning percentage matters a lot. So, I mean, we're a little bit behind the 8 ball as far as getting the 1, but,
And really, in the big scheme of things,
the
2 of the 3.
In our district, you could pretty much draw,
I mean, it'd be nice to have the 1 seed to play that 4 or 5 team, but the 2 and the 3 really doesn't matter.
You really just don't want to be the 4 or 5 because you don't have to win 2 games to get out.
Yeah,
so.
That's right.
So it's good to have the home court advantage for all that, though.
Because we play really well here. So.
Yeah. Well, all right. Thank you, Coach. We appreciate you. We'll be here Friday night.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for Coach Burns, our Kelly Hubbock coach's interview for tonight. John, final score tonight: Spencer County 79, South Oldham 67. Another victory to put in the cap against a good 8th region team for Coach Burns and the Bears.
I'd put it as a phenomenal 8th region team. I mean, really, but when you look at how South Oldham played the game, the talent that they had on the floor, really they didn't play up to their caliber, and Spencer County just exposed that. But they were a great team.
And this is also a team, John, that we talked about how Spencer County got beat by 40 by Oldham County.
Yeah.
This is a team that took Oldham County down to the wire just a week ago.
Yeah.
So
Burns was just talking about the district, draw them out of a hat. The region's not far off from that either.
Yeah.
And so the way Spencer County, they took down Collins, the way they played Woodford, they had a little hiccup with Oldham County, but, the talent that they have, the ability that they have, you could almost draw that out of a hat, too. It's going to be a very interesting district and regional tournament for these Bears.
Sure is. And good thing it's all right here. It's placed Spencer County is undefeated at home, right?
Yeah, undefeated at home.
And so we've had all them games here on GHP-SPORTS.
We're going to play the state tournament here.
That'll work for me. That'll work for me. But that's all we got for tonight, folks. Again, your score, I think I never did get the final score. I know the girls lost at Bardstown, but the boys team tonight, big 8th region win over South Oldham. Final score tonight, 79-67. We'll see you Friday night for the Anderson County game here on GHP Sports.